3 cheers for His Majesty the King. Hip hip!
King Charles is celebrating his coronation with a twist. Did you hear Katy Perry will be performing at the coronation concert? And guests will be dressed more casually than past coronations. It's all about the new and modern monarchy this time around. King Charles's coronation won't have the same level of pomp and circumstance his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth, had for her coronation. Things are a little more casual this time around, a decision the new king made as an effort to modernize the monarchy. After all, this is the first coronation of the 21st century, so it's a great time for an update. Gone are the days of tiaras and special coronation robes. Instead, coronation guests are encouraged to dress in business attire. So expect to see suits and fascinators entering Westminster Abbey. Speaking of Westminster, that's where the festivities for Coronation Weekend begin, on May 6th. But it's not where it ends. King Charles and his Queen Camilla are encouraging their constituents to celebrate with them. So, on May 7th, there's a coronation concert at Windsor Castle, with an extensive list of musical performances we'll get into later. Finally, May 8th is the Big Help Out Day, a day that the new king encourages us to volunteer in our communities as an act of public service. The weekend isn't all about celebrating. It's about community building too. These royals are not just about making the dress code casual or public servitude. They're also sustainable. For the first time in recent history of crowning a queen consort, the new crown will not be created especially for the occasion. Queen Camilla will be crowned with Queen Mary's 1911 crown, which she wanted to become the official consort crown. The upcycling will be adjusting the size and also precious gems on the crown. Camilla has opted against the controversial Koh-i-Noor diamond, and instead, the crown will be adorned with gems that belonged to Queen Elizabeth. Another controversial topic is whether the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, aka Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, will attend the coronation. Prince Harry is in, but he's flying solo, literally. Meghan is staying in California with the kids, Archie and Lilibet, because Archie's birthday is the same day as his grandfather's coronation. Plus, Meghan's probably trying to stay out of the public eye, due to the scrutiny she's received at major royal events. Since they aren't working royals anymore, Meghan has no royal obligation to attend, except for the fact that it's her father-in-law's big day. But if you think the day is just about outdated traditions that are deeply religious and not inclusive, think again. Remember, this is the trendy new monarchy with new traditions. One of them being that Buddhist, Hindu, Jewish, Muslim, and Sikh leaders will be involved in various parts of the coronation, not just Christian leaders. Going a step further, for the first time ever, the coronation ceremony will include female bishops and prayers and hymns in English, Welsh, Scottish Gaelic, and Irish Gaelic to represent the languages spoken across the United Kingdom. Female bishops may be in addition to the guest list, but this coronations list is significantly shorter than Queen Elizabeth's. Queen Lizzie had over 8,000 guests at her coronation that required extra space to be built in the Abbey to accommodate the large crowd. King Charles, on the other hand, has sent invitations to just 2,000 royals and world leaders, including First Lady of the United States, Jill Biden, and over 850 community and charity representatives. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This coronation is all about community building. When it comes to the music for the weekend of the celebration, King Charles commissioned 12 pieces of music for the coronation service to showcase musical talent from across the UK. Since he's a big music buff, there's also the coronation concert I mentioned earlier. Performers include Katy Perry and Lionel Richie. Choirs from across the UK include refugee choirs, LGBTQ+ choirs, and deaf singing choirs, making it an inclusive celebration with music. You can also expect appearances from Tom Cruise, Ncuti Gatwa, and Bear Grylls at this action-packed event. To be fair, Meghan won't miss much, and can keep up with the coronation festivities on TV. Well, except for the anointing of King Charles. For that sacred moment, which Buckingham Palace says is supposed to be between the sovereign and God, a special 3-sided screen called the Screen of Sanctity was created to provide absolute privacy while the monarch is being anointed. Nobody except for a few senior members of the clergy, King Charles, and I guess God, will see the moment King Charles's head is anointed with the special oil. On that note, the oil that the Archbishop anoints King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla with is cruelty-free and is plant-based. The oil mix, called the chrism oil, is made up of oils of sesame, rose, jasmine, cinnamon, neroli, benzoin, amber, and orange blossom, and olive oil from olives harvested from 2 groves of the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, which has historic and religious significance for Christianity. And since the king is technically the head of the Church of England, it makes sense. Queen Camilla is following and breaking traditions at the same time. She's following tradition by wearing 2 different robes during the service, one of which was created for Queen Elizabeth on her coronation, and the other was newly hand-stitched for Camilla to match King Charles's robe. Where Camilla is moving away from tradition is during her anointing ceremony. While King Charles will be behind a screen, Queen Camilla will be anointed for the world to see. This is just another way the palace is simplifying the traditions to fit the modern times. Even though they're stepping away from some traditions, the royals attending the coronation will still have rules to follow. Prince William can't call in sick, as he must be present for the coronation since he's next in line for the throne. The same goes for Prince George, who is second in line. As for everyone else, they are expected to be on their best behavior. And for the working royals, they have to make an appearance on the infamous balcony. Prince George will be page of honor and will be carrying Charles's robe as he enters and exits Westminster Abbey. Prince William is expected to publicly pledge his allegiance to the new king. His aunt, Princess Anne's role during the procession is gold stick in waiting, which is usually given to the person entrusted with the personal safety of the monarch. Princess Catherine, Prince Louis, and Princess Charlotte will also accompany King Charles and Queen Camilla during the procession. Prince Harry's role is just showing up to support his dad. Since Prince Harry is no longer a working royal, he may not make an appearance on the balcony, but King Charles could want him there since he's still part of the family. As for Prince William, Princess Catherine, and their 3 kids, Prince George, Louis, and Princess Charlotte, they have no choice but to be on the balcony with the newly crowned king and queen for the 6-minute fly past. You can also expect to see Princess Anne and Prince Edward, King Charles' siblings, on the balcony with their significant others. Hearing everything that's happening for this coronation may have you wondering how much it'll all cost. Well, this coronation is costing British taxpayers over £100 million, approximately $125 million. For comparison, the Queen's coronation in 1953 cost the equivalent of £56 million, or about $70 million in today's currency. It may be double the price tag for taxpayers, but King Charles actually kept things pretty low in light of the current cost of living crisis in the UK, and most of the bill taxpayers are footing is going towards security, for the safety of the sovereign and all the special guests showing up for the weekend. To truly drive home the point of inclusivity during the coronation, King Charles's peers at the ceremony won't be the only ones pledging their allegiance to the king. The procedure, called the Homage of Peers, has been changed to the Homage of the People. So all people in the UK and around the world are invited to say they will pay true allegiance to the Majesty. So you don't have to be a royal duke to pledge this alliance. The coronation is an action-packed day of traditions and now new traditions thanks to King Charles. How are you feeling about this updated coronation? Let us know in the comments below. And for more updates on your favorite royals, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to The Thing Celebrity.